So I was in an elevator a couple of weeks ago, and as I step into the elevator, there was a guy with his family, his wife and two kids. The moment I step inside, he starts screaming to me, "There's no space in the elevator, bro! There's no space in the elevator! I'm with my family!" And I said to him, "Bro, there's enough space. I'm literally standing in the elevator and you're telling me there's no space." Then he continues to scream, there's no space! Take the next elevator!" And this guy's all up in my face. Now, there's two ways this could have gone. One, I would have knocked his lights out into infinity, or two, I could have stepped outside of the elevator. So the option that I chose was to step outside of the elevator, and let me tell you why. If I ended up staying in that elevator, no matter how much I tried to de-escalate the situation, we are in a small space. He's very aggressive. He's screaming at me. And he's a skinny guy, and I know for a fact that I could knock this guy out. But if we get into a fight, I might get charged. I might go to jail. The wife might get hurt in the process. The kids might get traumatized in the process as well, that his father got beat up by this random guy. And when I look back at it, I think about his perspective, why he did what he did. Maybe he felt territorial. His family's with him. He felt that it was a closed space, and the elevator was kind of small, but it was still enough for one more person. And he wanted to show his presence and dominance that, oh, I'm with my family. And this really teaches you the value of restraint and knowing when to fight your battles. It took a lot of willpower for me to step outside of that elevator. I'm going to tell you this right now. It took a lot of willpower for me to step off, but when I look back at it, I know I did the right thing. And it really teaches you the power of restraint, as I said. True power comes from knowing when to fight and when not to fight. Knowing when to walk away. And this really taught me a lot. This whole situation taught me a lot about myself and taught me a lot about life as well. That when you get into confrontations with people, for an example, someone's shouting at you aggressively, this and that, or they're in your face, but they're not really physically attacking you, you have the option to walk away, bro. You always have the option to walk away, because things could end up really, 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 really dirty. You could end up going to jail. He could go to the hospital, or you could go to the hospital. He may carry a weapon. You never know what's gonna happen, right? And you know, I've told this story to like a lot of other people, and they all have their own perspectives. Most of the time, they tell me that I did the right thing, but others would have said, "Yo, if I was in your shoes, bro, I would have knocked this guy out. Yo, I would have decked him in the face, bro." I'm like, well, good for you, buddy. That's on you, but you weren't there, right? You weren't there in that situation. And, you know, this really, really is a lesson to be learned. And the reason why I'm sharing this video is, you know, for you to also understand that there's always a second option. You don't always have to get into a confrontation. You don't always have to fight fire with fire when it comes to people. Or by having emotional resilience, by having restraint, by being able to control yourself, controlling your emotions, you have so much power, bro. You don't know how much of an amazing skill that is, to be able to literally be in a high pressure situation, whether it's at work, whether it's with people, whether it's with your family, and actually walking away from it. Being able to walk away from those situations is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. Being able to walk away from situations where you know there's another option, that there is a better option, and you actually choose that option instead of going with your impulse, instead of letting your emotions take advantage of you. Because I've seen what happens to angry people, man. Like, they lose all sense of logic, and shit goes out the door, man, out the fan. People go berserk, right? And it's like a virus. The moment you keep getting angry over things, you start getting angry over many other things as well. It's like a parasite. And for me, thank God that I have outlets like the gym, and that I have forms of, meditation and exercise as a way to relax and de-stress. and knowing my ability, knowing that I know for a fact that I can hurt somebody, right? I know when to walk away. I know when to do these things. So this is just a small example, guys. That whole elevator incident is a small example of a bigger picture. And I hope that, when you watch this video, you kind of understand like how emotions play, how things work in the real world in terms of interactions with people, and knowing that there is the better route out there for you, and to not let emotions control you. Because in life, bro, you're gonna have a lot of confrontations in life, bro. You're gonna have a lot of altercations with people. I don't care how much of a happy person, how much of a nice person, how much of an introverted person you are. At a certain point, you're gonna have some sort of confrontation with somebody, and you need to know how to react to those situations. You need to know how to stay calm, because in that elevator incident, I was controlling my breathing. I was staying calm, but at the same time, my body was shaking. Why? Because I was ready to fight. I was in a fight or flight situation. But over time, when you understand your emotions, you understand why you get mad, you understand that you're supposed to breathe in those situations, you end up becoming calmer and you think more logically. Right? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Give a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.